Did your life just start out great, or did you have some major challenges in your childhood? Hello, I'm Coach Lance Meyer of Grass Ministries, a partner ministry with the City for God, and it's time for Message from the Sauna. So today's message picks up with the birth of Moses, and we're going to see God's hand starting all the way back, obviously, to Adam and Eve, through Abraham, Noah and Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and the sons of Isaac and Jacob. And it's going to continue with a man named Moses from the tribe of Levi. Only by this time, Joseph has been kind of forgotten in the mighty kingdom of Egypt. And Egypt at that time was the kingdom. If you think of like the pyramids and all those big, they were able to preserve mummies, bodies after death in ways that have never been duplicated today. This was a kingdom that was very, very powerful. And the Pharaoh, there was no democracy. When he said, we're going to kill those babies, they were going to kill them babies. And so we pick up the story today in the book of Exodus. And Exodus, just going to take a little bit from verse 6. Now Joseph and all his brothers and all of that generation died. But the Israelites were fruitful and multiplied greatly and became exceedingly numerous, so that the land was filled with them. Then the new king, who did not know about Joseph, came to power in Egypt. Look, he said to his people, Israelites have become too numerous for us. Come, we must deal with them shrewdly, or they will become even more numerous. And if war breaks out, we'll join our enemies and fight against us and leave the country. Now, they were not going to intermix with the Israelites. They were going to keep them separate. They thought the Israelites were a second class, worse class than them. And so they're going to force them to do labor. And yet we see that Moses is going to be protected by God. And he's going to do that by putting him in a little papyrus after his mom nurses him for a while. The midwives answered, no, Pharaoh and Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are vigorous and give birth before the midwives arrive. So God was kind to the midwives, and people increased and became even more numerous. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all the people, every boy that is born you must throw into the Nile, but every girl may live. Those are powerful words from a Pharaoh, and yet they're not going to overrule God. God is going to protect his servant Moses, just like he protects us today, even in terrible times. God bless you today.